Welcome back to the third video related to graded activities. As I promised to estimate all the three models, this model 1, 2, and 3. So we have already done the first two models, we have estimated and we have discussed their meanings and important implications which can be drawn from the results and the resultant outcome of the estimated model. Now we will move on to model 3. Now this is model 3. I estimated model 3. First, I will show you how to estimate the model and then we will be discussing the estimated results. So this is model 3, the general model. First equation indicates the general model and the second equation is after the estimation and the incorporation of the results and the values of the coefficients which are estimated using eViews. First, I will estimate this model. We will go to, since for time saving, I have already constructed this model in eViews. I will show you just the estimation process. This is how to write the equation in eViews. Quick estimate and then copying the variables and then putting sterics between the pair between the two variables, each set of the two variables, which the coefficients of which will be known as the coefficient of interaction term. And when I press OK, these are the results. I copied these results and pasted here in our MS Word sheet. So these are the results. Now I will place in front of you these results, and then I will be discussing each of the coefficient, including the coefficients of the interaction terms and the individual variables. So starting from number 1, the intercept term. So if you look at the intercept, you see the coefficient or the intercept or the constant. This is also, these are different terms used in our analysis in econometric and the advanced statistical analysis. The coefficient value is 683.65. You can see from the table here, and which represent the base wage for a female worker with primary education, EDUC 1, which is used as a reference category. So this serves as the baseline for all comparisons, all comparisons to follow. So the education variables, first, education category 2, which is the secondary education, the coefficient of which is 16.82. The probability is 0.6802, which clearly, which is more than 5%, and which is not significant. So secondary education adds no statistical significant difference to the wages compared to the primary education for females. And education category 3, which is the bachelor level, the coefficient of which is 81.69, probability is 0.0763, marginally significant, you can say at 10% level because it is more than 5%. And so the range of 5% crosses, to be exact, it is 7.6%. So bachelor's degree potentially increases the wages for females by 81.69 compared to the primary education, which is the baseline. So you can see the primary education, the coefficient of primary education, which is 683.65. Now coming to the master's level education, the coefficient is 89.94. The probability value is 0.0550, marginally again significant at 5% because it is slightly higher than 5%. To be exact, it is 5.5%. So master's degree or the higher adds a potential wage premium of 89.94 over primary education for females. So note down the technical language, which generally is the requirement of the journal publication article, the publication of articles in the journal, or which is the requirement of the interpretation of results in MS PhD research. The interaction term. Looking at the interaction term, first education category 2 multiplied by male, the product in product form, the product of the two variables. The coefficient is 37.96. with the probability level of 64.31. To be exact, it is 0.6431, which is insignificant. So no significant wage difference for males with secondary education compared to the females with primary education. Education category number 3 multiplied by male, or the product of education category 3 and male, the coefficient of which is 87.85. The probability is 0.3094, which is insignificant because the probability is much higher than 5%. To be exact, it is 0.3, it is 30.94%. So no significant added wage benefit for males with bachelor's degree compared to the females with primary education. Education category 4 multiplied by male, or the interaction term of education category number 4, which is the MSc or the higher level, and male is a qualitative variable again. So this is again, so all these variables are the product in the product form, and all these variables are the qualitative in nature because they have been assigned code 0, 1, the binary codes. The coefficient of education category 4, the interaction term of higher education and male is 222.68. Fortunately, the probability is less than 5%, which clearly indicates the at level 1%, it is highly significant. So males with master's education or master degree or higher earn an additional $222.68 or units compared to females with primary education. So the master degree or the higher degree holder male are likely to earn much higher than female with lesser education, and to be exact, primary education. So gender, male, when you look at the gender, the coefficient is 398.65. Probability is less than 1%. To be exact, it is mentioned here 0.000. Just to round it off to the 4 decimal places. Otherwise, there must be some value if we extend the decimal places. Highly significant, males with primary education, which is the baseline education level in our analysis. So males with primary education earn 398.65 units or 398.65 US dollar more than females with primary education, because all the wages have been converted to US dollar. If you look at the model fitness, 46 point, the R square is 0.4614. So 46.14% of the variation in wages is explained, which is a reasonable number, this indicates that 46.14% of the variation in wages is explained by the cross-sectional data or the variables included in the model. F statistic is 113.44 with probability 0.000, rounded off to 4 decimal places, probability less than 1%. Highly significant, the overall model is statistically significant, indicating that the independent variables collectively explain very well changes in the wages. Durbin-Watson, again, we are not discussing Durbin-Watson here. We'll be discussing it in a separate video. And if you cannot wait but to watch the autocorrelation analysis, you can watch my videos on my YouTube channel. The general conclusion and the key insights from this model number 3 are the following. Number 1, gender significantly impacts wages. This is number 1. And within this number 1, with males earning substantial premium compared to the females with the same level of education. So if both male and female join a job with the same education level, male will be earning relatively more than female, which clearly indicates gender discrimination at the workplace. So higher education levels education category 3, which is a bachelor level, and education category 4, which is master's and above, exhibit a positive wage impact, especially for males. So again, there is discrimination even with the incremental effect of education or with the improvement of education. If both male and female join the higher education, if they graduate the higher degree, but still they will find a gender discrimination at the workplace. But these effects are weaker. Why? Because the results are not so significant. Because the probability in each of these, these two cases, education category 3 and 4, um, the probability is much higher than 5%, which is the benchmark guideline for the purpose of significant difference of wages across different categories. The interaction term for males with advanced level of education, however, is highly significant, which suggests a compounded benefit for males attaining the master's degree or higher. So if male are highly educated as compared to female, they will be earning much higher, even if the female are with the same higher education category or the higher degree. What are the limitations? There are certain limitations of results in model number 3, in this the model which we have been discussed just recently. The potential omitted variable bias or the measurement errors is likely to be there. Why? Because the R square is relatively low. But at later stage, we'll be incorporating more variables to overcome this issue, because there are two possibilities: either to expand your model, including more relevant variables, and then re-estimating the model. So that ends the estimation and the interpretation of all the 3 models. Thank you for watching. Allah Hafiz.